Welcome back. Had to get a little coffee in my little MLB cup. We're doing the AL Central next. I'll lead off again, defer to my dad here with what you think will be the 2020 end of season predictions, and we'll go with that team first.
The everything I read so far since the World Series, the Twins really want to go back to the playoffs. They seem to have some really good momentum, good manager, good youthful team. They had
Rocco
some,
Baldelli, right?
yeah, they had some really good players that came out of nowhere. They have fantastic years. Their catcher, some of the players. I read Buxton may not come back. He's hurt a little bit right now.
Mm.
But they still have a great team. They seem to be a great team in a pretty weak division. But I think Patrick makes a great, idea about the White Sox being the up and coming team. Depending on what they do the offseason, I can see the White Sox bidding for that second place scenario. Who knows if what they'll do in the offseason. But right now I have the Twins, Indians, White Sox, Royals, Detroit in a pretty weak division, with the White Sox being the up and comer.
Okay. I'll talk about the Twins first. Twins have some notable losses. They signed Odorizzi, which I think was their first concern.
Yeah.
Jason Castro, I think they'll lose him because Mitch Garver had a fantastic rookie
out of
year.
nowhere. Yeah.
So I don't think they'll re-sign Castro. Pineda and Gibson losing two starters. Gibson's obviously gone permanently now.
Mm-hmm.
Sergio Romo, they lost him too. Not a big loss, but with Johnson Scope and also Martin Perez was also not given his option. So money is available because they've lost all those people. I think they will spend some stuff. They definitely need, I think, an upgrade at second base and some work in their starting rotation. So that's kind of what I think, and then we kind of talked about in the top. If you go back to the top 50 free agents, we'll look at who we thought they'd go there. But I think they'll be active.
If they get Howie Kendrick, they're looking pretty good. That shores up that weak spot.
Again, that's what I think for. Who did I have going there for? I had Sterling Castro going there. So
Yeah,
either one.
Yeah, I agree. Upgrade.
And then I think we had a few pitchers going there as well. But again, I don't remember all of your predictions, but I know that we filled some of those gaps with some of those free agents. Okay.
You want to talk about the White Sox?
I definitely want to talk about the White Sox.
Yeah.
White Sox, I think, are going to be a very fun team to watch this offseason. I think they'll be a big winner. I would bet on them to probably make some of the most splashes and signings. They let it off with their catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Great signing.
They only lost Ivan Nova and not really lost with Wellington Castilla. Obviously, they really made up for it with Yasmani.
Yeah.
You could also argue that they have a surplus of a catcher. James McCann has sort of been doing a DH roles.
Mm-hmm.
Castillo kind of half and half duty there. So instead of making him a full-time DH or Grandel a full-time DH, I think either one can catch a good amount of those frames. I'm sure they have someone as a rookie that can, fill a void or get any of the minor league contract, catchers and see what happens in spring training. So I think they'll trade McCann to a team that needs a catcher for, again, maybe some outfield help or a low level, not a low level, but like a back end starter, whatever they're not able to get through in free agency. But they hit catching. They re-signed Abreu, so just depth and some veteran help in the pen and the rotation.
Jimenez might be a star that he may have 30 home runs this year.
Yeah,
he's a star coming up.
Mm-hmm. The help is in the right side, the right field, center field, not Eloy. I think Eloy's pretty set. Cleveland.
Want to tell the story about Myrtle Beach and was caught the home run?
Oh yeah, almost caught a home run by Eloy Jimenez. Yeah, he jacked way over my head out of the ballpark at the Myrtle Beach Pelicans.
Yeah.
On nearly to the highway. It was crushed.
Yeah. You thought you had a chance.
I was like, I got no. The Indians. I know you said the Indians would finish second, so
right now
order.
Yeah.
A lot of question marks for the Indians. Some losses. Jason Kipnis, I don't think will have a reunion, so TBD on where he goes. Dan Otero, Tyler Clippard, so some losses in the bullpen, and then Yasiel Puig, who again was not really a true loss, so to speak, but he did help them in the second half of the season.
He'll be a Shepard Pratt in January.
They need corner outfield help. Mercado seems pretty good in their center, but left field and right are weak.
Yeah.
Second week, obviously, with losing Kipnis. They're pretty set everywhere else. Pretty decent rotation and pretty decent bullpen. It really is just deciding if Ramirez is going to play second base or third base and which side of the infield you want to strengthen up. So again, just in my opinion, he'll stay at third, and they'll need a second baseman. But there's a little bit more third baseman on the market this year,
Yeah,
so
they made a heck of a trade mid-season. I tell you, that took some guts to make that trade.
it did.
So
But they got rid of Bauer, so I think they're pretty
right,
happy with that.
yeah,
Again, I think Castellanos goes really well here, but we'll see.
yeah, money, money, money. He may end up being a heck of a contract, and he's only 28 years old, so he might get a 4-year contract.
You should.
So
You
yeah,
should. Who do you have next? The two bums of the
the
Central?
Bums was Royals in Detroit.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win 50 games between these two.
Yeah,
Neither might. I don't know.
neither one's gonna spend any money.
Both will lose 100 games. I'll take
Yeah.
that. I don't know if it's the GM or the owner of the Royals sent out to all like season ticket holders basically a letter that says we're going to pursue the draft
Right.
and nothing about free agency or trades. So
Yeah, they were going to build for the future, doing this way. Come back in 3 years and hope for the best.
I think they should. I do think they should trade. I think Merrifield should go, and I also think Jorge Soler should go. 48 home runs. I know he's got
Yeah.
a terrible strikeout line, but trade him. Keep Perez as your center.
Somebody will take him because he's only like 27 years old, by the way.
Yeah.
He's still a young man.
Well, I think he is a DH. I
Yeah.
don't think he's an outfielder.
He does have a heck of an arm, but he can't catch. You can throw, but you got to catch it
yeah,
first.
absolutely. So, let's give up a double, but
Yeah.
we don't give up a triple.
And Merrifield might bring 3 prospects, so I think they will trade him.
Hold on to both of them honestly until you get a deal you can't refuse if you're the Kansas
Correct.
City.
Yeah.
Again, re-sign Gordon. Maybe Gordon Perez are your spokesman for the
Correct.
year and all
Do
that
the
stuff.
PR.
But you just got either super holes or unproven rookies that people basically have a September call up.
Yeah,
There are
rotation
holes
stinks.
everywhere. Rotation's weak. Bullpen's weak. Ian Kennedy's now their closer.
Yeah.
That happened. Left, center, second, first. These are all question marks that they need to address. Rough year in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Don't expect a winner.
Worse in Detroit.
It is worse in Detroit. I'm looking at possibly 3 lockdown spots with Jacoby Jones in center, Goodrum at second, and Cabrera's a DH. No one's great. Cabrera's he's way past his prime.
Yeah,
Weak. Honestly, what I think is the worst pitcher in baseball, Jordan Zimmerman. I think he had 21 losses last year.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's possible.
I think he signed a 5-year deal, by the way.
It is when we talk about worst contracts. I know everyone has we'll talk about David Price getting overpaid. Yeah, but he's not at the negative line that Jordan Zimmerman is.
Yeah, he can still do well in the playoffs.
He still is getting wins,
Correct.
so he's not losing 21 games.
Yeah.
So, they do have one of my favorite players, and it has nothing to do with how he plays. It's just his name, but Buck Farmer. So if you have a name like Buck Farmer, you put some money into Buck Farmer.
What position is Buck play?
He's a relief pitcher.
Yeah. No, he's got a brother, Buck Naked.
That's fantastic. It's a family show, Dad. But
That's George Costanza.
I know who it is. So they have people on their team asking to be released. Drew Verhagen was a big reliever in their organization last year that wanted to go play in Korea or Japan, and I don't want to be a part of your organization. Please release me. Matt Moore, Tyson Ross, Edwin Jackson were 3 starters that have all had great years. We remember the Matt Moore years and the Rays. Tyson Ross had some good years in the Padres.
Yeah.
Jackson's had up and down years his whole life.
Yeah.
All are gone this year.
We'll see what happens to them.
I think they're the worst team in baseball this year.
Might be the worst organization in baseball.
It's rough.
You know?
It's Tigers, Royals,
Orioles,
Marlins, Orioles. They're your bottom 4.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a jump to the next worst organization. Honestly, that's your basement.
Yeah, and they're not getting any better. That's the whole thing. And the Marlins are they're ran by Jeter. You think Jeter would get some of his Yankee buddies down there to show him how to do it? But right now, it's not good.
I don't know.
So
there's teams have had money in the past. You look at all the
Marlins,
pitchers that were on the Dodgers, or sorry, not Dodgers, but were on the Tigers that were in the World Series this year.
Yeah.
You look at Kansas City, who 4 years ago won a World Series.
Correct.
Miami has had money. They have developed stars. Baltimore has had some stars.
Yeah.
And they've also, again, had a playoff run in 2012 and 13.
Right. And 5 years ago, they were in the playoffs.
2014 maybe too. But I know 2012 was a big year.
And then they fell apart.
So it's not these teams are always bad. They've had some World Series wins. Some positive years. I mean, once the Marlins became the Miami Marlins, I think there was a push. They're removed from their 97 World Series, 97 and 2003 World Series run, right?
Yeah.
So
the Orioles had a decent lineup, and then they traded everybody under the sun. But at one point,
the Florida Marlins was 2003 with the Cubs
correct,
with Bardman.
correct,
Yeah,
who could forget that?
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, a little as a few years ago, the Orioles were, battling the Red Sox and Yankees, and they, had a decent lineup, had a decent, rotation, and great bullpen. See how fast they go down the tubes.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty decent prediction for the Central. Team to watch, 100% Chicago White Sox.
I wish them well.
I think the Twins, again, staying healthy, very similar to the Rays. They don't have the depth the Yankees do, or the money to go out, or the prospects to go out and just get somebody via trade. So health of the Twins, Tampa, and White Sox are all vital to success this year. We've seen that Yankees can get injured and still win. But those are 4 out of my 5 playoff spots. Astros obviously being the 5th spot, but we're going to talk about the West next. And I'm assuming we'll lead off with the Astros, so tune in for that.